Hey guys, what's up? Namaste. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Rikushna. I just turned 21 a couple days ago, so cheers to that. I feel like I've gone through a lot through these 21 years of my life, and I thought, why not share some of the things that I've learned at 21? Being the cycle breaker means you will be judged, misunderstood, or even cut off. But that's the cost of change. I feel like this is my field of expertise, and all I want to say is don't be afraid to let go of the people who do not let you be who you are. Over the years, I've learned you will never, ever, ever be enough for someone who you're already not enough for, no matter how much you try. No matter how much you break down, no matter how much you cry, no matter how much anger you have, no matter how hard you work, you will never be enough for someone who you're not already enough for. You can try your hardest. You can go through your whole life trying to impress someone, trying to be enough. But if you're already not enough for them in their mind, you will never be enough. Now, trust me, I had to learn this the hard way. I used to feel like I should try harder. I should be better. I should stop everything that's making me happy and make my parents happy. I used to think that. Or I used to say, I'm going to work so hard, reach all of my goals so I can help my family. I used to be in that mindset. Now, there's nothing wrong with being in that mindset because it's amazing to help the people that raised you. But no matter how much you try and they've always shut you down, you will never be enough for someone who you're already not enough for. Being enough is something you should feel for yourself. Now, as the cycle breaker, I can tell you from this side, it is lonely. It does get sad sometimes because you crave that affection and approval. But I promise you, once you learn how to give that to yourself, all of your void will be filled. You won't need anybody else's approval except for yourself. And I know how hard and how long pause. How hard it is to want to be enough for someone. I understand that. But the only person that you have to be enough for is you. And if your parents are showing you that you are not enough for them, you are not obligated to be in contact with those kind of people. Do not be afraid to cut people off for your peace. It's like cleaning out your space, but with people. Imagine you're in your study area, your study desk, and it's all cluttered with paper, sticky notes, pencils, pens, highlighters, and everything. But also think, what looks better? What looks and feels better? A messy desk or a clean desk where you can actually start doing your work? Now, I also want to add to that, it's okay if your version of peace looks like zero contact with the people that raised you. Now I know that this one is going to be so hard. This is a very hard pill to swallow. There should be no reason why the people who are supposed to love you, who are supposed to protect you, who are supposed to be there for you emotionally, physically, and mentally, take care of you and make sure that you are safe. There's no reason for those people to betray all of that. There's absolutely zero reason. And I'm here to tell you that it is not your fault. Sometimes those who were supposed to love you, be there for you, support you in everything, cause the deepest wounds. And I'm not sitting here telling you that that's okay. That's absolutely not okay. That's neglect. But there is someone who unconditionally loves you, has always been there for you, and that's yourself. Look at you. You're still breathing. You're still holding on tight. Even if you cry, you pick yourself back up. I am telling you, you do not need that type of energy in your life. It's not okay. And it's okay to cut necessary people off for your peace. It is 1,000% okay to do that, to cut people off, even if they are related to you. I have spent so many years on my birthday, including the one few days ago. I have spent so many birthdays crying because the people who are supposed to love me and support me and be there for me failed to do all of those things. My birth givers. My birthday was ruined by my birth givers. And that's not only for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It's been 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's been 8 years. Now, when that happened to me a couple days ago, I promise you I had a spiritual awakening. I was like, I do not need this. I do not need this type of drama. I do not need this type of danger. I do not need this type of uncertainty in my life. I am trying to create a stable, abundant, fulfilling life for myself. How can I do that when I constantly have people who are mooching off my energy and taking all of it? You know why you always feel like you're almost there, but then you're not. You go down, back to square one. It's because of the people around you. You get there, and the people suck that energy, and then you're drained, and you're back down. I told myself I was going to probably end up in the mental hospital if I didn't stop. If I didn't stop that. Do what it takes for your peace. We get into romantic relationships. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't have the best luck when it comes to relationships. My cousin actually brought this up to my attention. I feel like it is a generational curse, which is why I feel like I'm qualified in a way to, share my experience with you guys. So, ditch your need for male validation. Yep. Ditch your need for male validation. Babes, it is 2025, not 1825. You have the rights. You don't need men for anything. You want a new purse? We can work. We have the rights to work. You want to go out to the movies? Go take yourself out to the movies. Why do you need a human version of a dog right next to you? Cut that old mentality. You do not need men. It is 2025. Get your butt up. Go work. Go take yourself out. Go make yourself happy. Go put on that dress. You don't need anyone telling you if you look good or not. You don't need especially a man. Baby, you know how he don't like going shopping with you? So why do you care what he thinks about the dress you just put on? Is he a makeup artist? Why do you need his opinion on your makeup? Just own that shit. Male validation is for weak women. And if you're watching this video, you are not a weak woman. You're strong. You're capable. You got this. It may be hard, but a relationship is harder. It's so easy to make yourself happy. Why depend on someone else? Why depend on someone else to give you a half-ass of what you can give to yourself fully? Now this one, I was having such a hard time coming into terms with this. But closure isn't always a conversation. It's simply just blocking their account or never looking back at them. I used to want closure so badly, it would affect my mental state and my daily routine. I would think for hours and hours and hours trying to make sense of why we didn't work out, or why what happened, or why they said what they said. But honestly, who needs that? Who needs that when someone right around the corner will clearly tell you everything you want to know and will never, ever, ever make you feel like you're an option, or will never, ever, ever make you second guess your relationship with that person. And there is someone right around the corner who is willing to choose you for who you are, to love you for who you are. I believe this because I want it, and I have a lot of flaws. I'm not perfect. And I know that there is someone who's going to understand that I have flaws, but that same person is going to look at my flaws as flawless. Someone that won't judge you, someone that won't make you ask, what are we? Where's this going? It's okay to not know everything. You can live with not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, but you can't live with what that person had to say or why things ended. Things ended because that person taught you what you needed to learn in your life. And now it's time for you to implement what you learned from them and have a better life. Everything happens for a reason. You met that person for a reason. Now think about that reason and just thank them. Just thank them. It doesn't have to be directly to them. It can be just out loud or to the mirror. Just thank them. Thank them for what you learned from them. And then say, I am ready to close this page and start a new chapter. Sometimes not knowing is better than knowing. Sometimes we can't handle the truth. So protect your peace. Because everyone is a lesson. Because people, like romantic relationships or friendships, are sometimes meant as a lesson and not to stay forever. There are still people whom I wish were still in my life, but the sad reality is nobody is really meant to be with you forever. There have been so many times where I wanted someone to return to my life because I enjoyed the time that I had with them, or I enjoyed who they really were, or I just liked them, or maybe even I loved them. I feel like friendships are the hardest relationships to get over, even over a romantic relationship. I have rekindled so many of my friendships because I'm the one who's always reaching out. It's never them. And before I realized that it was me who was putting in more work than the other people, I used to have this sadness. But then I realized how bad it was for me to have them in my life. Now, most of the friendships that I've had were emotionally reliant on me. And when I needed them, they were never there. And if the friendship had a fallout, it would always be me reaching out first. Let's stop reaching out to people who wouldn't even think once about reaching out to us. Let's stop reaching out to the people who emotionally just suck the life out of you. One of the things that I realized when I became an adult was I actually have to go out and make new friends. If that's not the scariest shit I've ever told myself, I don't know what else is. You don't need to fix every broken friendship. It's okay to let go. If I had given even 5% of that energy into rebuilding my relationship with myself, I would be unstoppable. But I have tried to fix so many broken relationships, and it hurts worse than a romantic relationship breakup because I lost a person who I literally grew up with. I lost a person who knows all of my secrets. I lost a person who knows the nicknames to all of the guys that I once liked. I lost a person who I would go to cry every day. So it really hurts. But if you're anything like me, you will get that vibe like, we're not in a romantic relationship, but I feel like we just broke up, but you've been my bestie since I was 12. The longer that toxic person is in your life, the longer that it's taking for you to learn that lesson. So hurry up and learn the lesson so you have no room for that toxicity. Not everything is meant to be fixed. Sometimes friendships break beyond repair, but that's okay because there are so many people out in the world. I know it's scary, but there are so many people out in the world who are so much better for you. You have this vision, right? You have this vision of being, let's say, an artist, like people who draw. But you're hanging out with someone who works at McDonald's. Do you think they have the right energy to shift your life into what you want to be and do in life? What I realized in my friendships is that I have different goals and different dreams, and I have a different energy. And those people who are now no longer by my side had zero shared interest with me. The vibe with them was immaculate. The friendship that I had with them, I was so happy in. But it never pushed me to be who I wanted to be. It always kept me in this feeling where I felt stuck. So I had to learn how to be okay with friendships not lasting. I hate to be the 50,000th person to say this, but life is not a fairy tale. Until you make it, you have the pen and paper, you have the blueprint, you have the cheat sheet of your life to build your life. And I don't know if anyone has told you that, but that literally means you have a say in who stays in your life and who has to get out. Now we come to the relationship with self. Seeking peace can mean clearing out your social circle. Now I know it sounds the same as peace looks like zero contact with people who raised you. This literally goes for everyone. It goes for everyone who is no longer or has never served a purpose in your life. Clearing out my inner circle has made me very lonely. Like, I don't talk to nobody, my phone is dry, but it saves me less stress because I'm not worried about like, oh, ABCD broke up with her girlfriend, now I have to cater to her emotions while I'm going through whatever I'm going through. I don't have to do that. That's the peace that I crave. I'm the type of person who lets go of my emotional needs to be there for somebody else emotionally. Which is why having a small circle or no circle at all is so good for me. I don't have to worry about other people. I get to worry about myself. And as soon as I started worrying about myself, my life leveled up in ways that I didn't even know it could. And it's still leveling up, which is the best part about all of it. I know the way I'm saying it sounds very selfish, but people in your life need to serve a purpose. They need to have something you can take from them. Now, I'm not talking about use them for money or use them for this. No, that's not what I'm saying. Something you can learn, like a life lesson that you can learn from that person. It literally could be that person supporting you when nobody else is supporting you. Everybody should have a purpose in your life, and if they don't, kick them to the curb. You don't need anybody to have access to your life. Your life should be something that you put in your pocket and protect it. Your life and yourself should be something that you protect with your whole heart. Because once you lose yourself, you lose the whole world. Once you fall apart, everything around you falls apart. And last, but definitely not least, you're not doing too much. You're just surrounded by people who are doing too little. Your personality isn't bold. You're just annoying to that person because you haven't found someone who is willing to put up with your annoying personality. There's someone out there who's going to love your annoying personality. You have all of these dreams and you have all of these goals. You want to be a singer in the future, and then you have your family telling you that's not a real job, that's not this, that's not that. You need to study, you need to do that, you need to do this. You're not dreaming too much. They're thinking too little. Whatever you want in life, whatever you desire in life is yours. I promise you, it's yours just to grab. Life is going to make it harder for you because only the best can win. If you work hard, you get money. But if you're lazy and you don't do anything, you don't get anything. Life is hard. But are you gonna be willing to put in the work to make it easier down the line for yourself? Not for anyone else, but for yourself. Your boundaries, your voice, your thoughts, your dreams, your goals are not too much. The rich only hang out with the rich. They don't hang out with the poor. The rich make you rich. The poor keep you poor. Hurt people hurt people. And I just refuse to be hurt anymore. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like all the walls are closing in on you, they might be, but you're strong enough. You're strong enough to lift those walls up. You have Google Maps in here to direct you, to give you directions to where you want to be and where you need to be. Choose wisely who gets to be in your circle. Choose wisely who can receive your energy. And don't ever waste your energy on anyone. Just be mindful of every decision that you make in your life. You don't have to have it all figured out. This is not the life Olympics. You'll be fine. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in 10 years, you'll be okay. You just have to have the strength that it takes and the patience that it takes for you to get there. And it's fine if you don't have a vision. But I will say, start with something small. I don't really care what it is. Just start. Don't do something you are unhappy doing. Don't commit to someone who you are unhappy with. Life happens. Shit happens. You need to choose peace. There is a whole new person in here that you don't even know of, that you haven't even given the time to get to know or to explore. You have all of the time in the world right now to meet her. So say hi. Start a conversation with her. Talk to her as if you were talking to your bestie. And let her know that she's got it. Let her know that she can overcome anything life throws at her. Talk yourself up. Give yourself good advice that you would give to anybody else. At the end of the day, it's you who matters. Nobody else. Stop giving other people importance in your life. You only have one. So spend it with yourself. I'm pretty sure that you have your own reasons for watching this video. So don't be afraid to take advice. There should be no fear in learning new things. Never stop learning. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like it. If you guys didn't like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it helps. Also, don't forget to comment if you learned anything. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Peace.